This episode is brought to you by HelloFresh.
Grant, it's still summer. It's still hot, but I want to eat cool. What do I do?
Well, good news, brother, because there's HelloFresh. And the best way to cook just got better. Go to HelloFresh.com/Twinnuendo10FM now to get 10 free meals plus a free item for life. One per box with active subscription. Free meals applied at discount on first box. New subscribers only. Varies by plan. That's HelloFresh.com/Twinnuendo10FM to get 10 free meals and a free item for life.
Hi, I'm Drew, a drag queen living in LA with my husband Curtis and my dog, JB.
And I'm Grant, and I'm an ex-pastor and a current, not much. And I live with my wife and my 4 kids in Florida, Central Florida, of all places. And Drew, this week, we're back. We've been gone, but we're back.
We did it. We did it, Joe. We did, yes. So this week, Grant fills us in on all of his health complications, including
I'm so sick.
Things entering his body, things leaving violently, all of that.
All of it. And COVID.
And I tell Grant about the time I got spanked by an ugly guy, fully clothed.
I think I edited that out, but we'll see. Just listen anyway.
Okay, enjoy the episode.
Da, 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 da. Da, 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 da.
Hi, I'm Drew, and I'm not.
And I'm Grant, and I'm not, but I am so tired.
Why?
So tired.
Why, Grant?
Because, I'm trying to make extra money everywhere I can.
Oh, okay.
So I've been out just painting over all the rainbow crosswalks I can.
Thank you for doing
There's
that.
a big bounty on that here in Florida. Well, apparently, and I didn't know this, but the gays are just feeling a little too safe down here. And we got to keep them on their gay toes. So we got to make
be
those
honest with you,
crosswalks.
Grant. I want to give Florida the benefit of the doubt. I don't think it's about they want to make gay people feel unsafe. I think it's about gay people are easily distracted by shiny and bright and rainbow.
Car accidents.
Exactly.
Car accidents were happening.
So as gay people are crossing a crosswalk that has multiple colors on it, they start to vogue, and that is a traffic disaster waiting to happen.
Yeah. Yeah, and it's confusing for our kids. Our kids
I don't know how to
see that,
explain lesbians. Did you see that?
Well,
the Snoop
Home
Dogg
Depot
stuff.
Lowe's. Oh my God, what a fucking idiot.
Yeah, Snoop Dogg said that
to bring
he was
my
so
kids to this
upset.
movie.
He couldn't go to the movie because his grandkid would see 2 moms. And then everyone was posting his clip from when he was on the L Word. He was literally on the L Word. He hit on one of the main characters, and the main characters had to tell him she was a lesbian. And he doesn't know how to handle cartoon lesbians. Maybe that's it. Maybe it's because they were cartoons. That's fair.
In the L Word, I haven't seen the clip. Is he, when they're explaining to him what a lesbian is it like Ice Cube or Ice T? Excuse me. I'm sorry, Mr. Ice. Ice
in
T
every episode of SVU.
Of Law and Order.
Yeah.
You mean like 2 ladies that love each other? Yeah,
I did not actually watch the clip because the whole thing was so silly, so silly. I also just don't think that we need to bring it all up. I was telling Alexis this week. I think we know too much, and I don't need to know what Snoop Dogg thought of the lesbian couple in this cartoon movie he took his granddaughter to. What he said was dumb.
That's the way you live.
But I'm also why platform a bigoted statement from someone who clearly doesn't even mean it,
Solid point. What do you mean he doesn't mean it?
He was on the L Word. He's never had an issue with gay people. It's only been recently, suddenly now. What? It's all the woke.
He's never had an issue. You tried to kiss him? You ever tried to kiss him?
Doesn't he have a song about
he back.
Only wants to fuck girls that he knows his friends have fucked? Doesn't he have a song about that? That's so gay. He wants to shoot his load where his friends' loads have been. I mean, we've all been there. Don't get me wrong. We've all had that thought. But Snoop,
oh my God,
you do not have 2 skinny legs to stand on with that one. I'm sorry.
I saw this comedian this week. You've seen him before. He always laughs at his own jokes.
Everyone.
Oh God, what is his name? Anyway, he had a great joke where he said That's why he comes so fast when he has sex, is because he's not gay. He loves pussy so much that he's like, oh yeah.
Is it
And
a
he's like, if you
bald
last too
guy with
long.
stringy side hair?
No, no, no,
He
no.
laughs at his
It's
own jokes all the time, and I think he's so funny. You saw him live?
no, I just watched him on YouTube.
Oh yeah, you live in Florida. Y'all don't have comedians. You just have Gun.
We do. They come through every now and then we give them gun. Jeffrey Asmus.
Jeffrey Epstein.
Asmus?
I agree.
Asmus?
We shouldn't release the list. It's
You
none
know
of our
who he
business.
is, right?
No.
You would recognize him. You've seen him on TikTok for sure.
What's his name?
Jeffrey Asmus, Asmus. Every joke, like if he was gonna say hi, my name is Jeffrey, he'd be like, hi, my name is Jeffrey. That's how he ends every sentence.
Okay,
You never seen him before?
I need you to hear me and believe this.
Okay.
I don't know who that is. I've never seen
Really?
this man in my entire life.
Ever?
Ever. Grant,
Oh
we
my
have very
God.
different FYPs, okay?
I
My
think you'd love him.
no.
Mm.
I mean, no, sorry.
Wow, Jeffrey.
I think you'd love him. No.
Thanks
I
for being
wouldn't.
a patron, first of all, Jeffrey. But
No, I just don't know who that
goddamn,
is.
Drew doesn't like you. All right, well,
Well,
I'll start sending you
my
TikToks with
FYP is let's see, what have I been seeing a lot of lately? Well, car accidents. I'm still in my car accident era. I love watching people get into car accidents.
Ooh, I get a lot. It's all First Amendment auditor videos.
What the fuck does that mean?
Oh my God, there are these
What is
assholes.
that? Is that what Jeffrey Asmus does?
No, there are these assholes that go film in public places that they're allowed to film in, according to the First Amendment, but people don't know that and it makes them uncomfortable. So, for example, they'll stand outside of a bank on a public sidewalk and they'll film inside the bank.
Sure. Yes, and someone will be like, "What are you doing?" And they'll be like, "Don't talk to me."
I don't answer questions.
I don't have to answer. Yeah.
I don't have to answer your question. And they'll be like, what are you doing? And they're just pissing people off to get to the cop. It's so, I hate them and I love them. The only one that's really funny was a guy put on a fishing hat and he carried a fishing pole and he stood outside of this business and he's like filming in the wind and they come out and they go, what are you doing? And he goes, I just filming my fishing show. And right now you're on my fishing show. And they go, there's no fish around here. And he goes, oh, it's okay. I got fish show. My fish go everywhere. My fishing show. You haven't seen that guy?
Are you doing a voice? Is that his voice? Is that okay to do?
No,
Should
that's
you do
his
that?
pretend voice. I do my fishing
Well, I
show.
don't know that his pretend voice is okay.
It's
I
Alabama.
would like to speak with him. Oh, well. At
Oh,
least
you're
he's
speaking
not
to him right
shooting.
now. Close your eyes. Hi, Drew. It's me. You're on my fishing show. Anyway,
Yeah, I don't like
I
that.
love the First Amendment videos. They're all assholes. They all fucking
They're
suck.
all
And
assholes.
I can't get enough of it. I can't.
It is so
Can't.
rare for me to see a video of like a public prank and not just immediately wish harm upon the person because there is listen. We have been through a once in a lifetime trauma of our pandemic and it has fucked our brains up hard. And we do not know how to interact with each other in public anymore. We're all still kind of slowly coming out into the world. It's only been 5 years, which is not that long in the grand scheme of things if you consider that the earth is only 5,000 years old. Do you understand? So I don't understand
Feels
why
too
we
old.
think it's okay to have these fresh faces coming out trying to enjoy the world again and then to prank I hate that. I hate TikTok prankers. I think it's fucked.
Okay,
Especially if you go to someone's job.
Oh yeah. Don't fuck with people in their job. But have you seen the good pranks where people will like sneak money into people's pockets and then they'll giggle and run away?
Hate
Fucking
that.
love it.
Hate that
What?
even more because it should be
And
my
they
pocket.
Give them money? Oh, okay. I got it. That completely makes sense. You're watching
No,
the
the
video
one
and you're
that-
like, that doesn't
can't-
look like my pocket.
The
Fuck,
one that
it's
makes
not.
me so upset, and I know that it's a means to an end, and so like it has to happen. But the people that are like, "Hey, I'm so sorry. I need to buy this thing.
Fuck those people.
Can I borrow
Fuck
a
'em.
dollar?"
Hate it. Fucking
and
hate
sure,
it. Yep.
do they end
Hate
up
it.
giving them $5,000 later in the
Don't
video?
care.
Yes,
Not worth
but they
it. Hate it.
tested them. They tested them.
Yeah.
They tested them. That is so gross. Have you seen the ones where they go back and they test them a second time?
No. Fuck those
Oh,
people.
Grant.
No. Straight to
Your
jail.
brain would explode.
jail.
I just think there's something about the kids these days. I just want them to
Ah,
know
kids
that,
these
like,
days.
Y'all are worth more than pranking people on the street with thousands of dollars. Like, prank
Yeah,
me.
don't do that. Prank Drew
Prank
with
me.
you would not pass the test. You would not pass the test. That's
I
the
just
problem.
don't carry cash. I don't carry cash on me.
I'm sorry, I don't carry
Otherwise, I
cash.
would.
I don't carry cash on me.
Otherwise, I would. I would. Oh my God, I'd be a millionaire now because I would have
Sir,
helped so
I'm
many
sorry.
people.
My daughter has I'm just buying this so her legs will work. I'm sorry, I don't have any money.
Sorry, I don't
I
have a daughter. I don't know why you're bringing
Well,
that up.
honestly, if
I'm
you'll just shake
sorry.
my hand, it'll be enough to restore my faith in humanity. I don't shake hands. I don't touch
I
people.
can't do the handshake because I don't know if you heard of COVID, but my brother has it.
I
So I
can't do
can't.
that. And we're
You do have
twins. I can
COVID.
give it
Grant,
to
do you want to
you.
explain where we were last week?
Drew and I started to record. We took a
did.
break in the
We
middle of
did.
the recording.
We
and
did.
I laid down and went to sleep for 18 hours
He had
unexpectedly.
COVID. He had COVID.
I had COVID and I didn't know. So some of you know that I had an endoscopy. Super cool,
Oh
super
yeah.
fun.
What was that? When do you get the result?
I already have them. My GI did the endoscopy. He was there, so he gave me the results immediately.
What is it?
And so the results are, as far as the pain that I had, they don't fucking know. It didn't show anything that would cause the pain that I had. Basically, he said, if you had a really bad ulcer, it's like a rash on your skin. After 3 to 5 days, it's gone and no one can tell it was there. And he said, so if you had an ulcer in your stomach,
You had an ulcer.
it's gone. And he said, and or that added with stress could have induced stomach spasms, which again, you can't see unless you have a scope down there while they're happening. So what he did find, I should show you a picture of the inside of my stomach.
No, I'm okay. I'm honestly like,
need to
listen,
find
I have the same stomach, so I can look. I'll take a look after this.
You don't have the same stomach because have you been taking omeprazole for like 5 or 6 years?
I might have.
Okay.
What is that?
Fucking don't.
What is it?
It's for heartburn.
Oh, I take it every day.
You take omeprazole or you take famotidine?
I take omeprazole every day.
Oh, brother.
Stop it.
Brother, you're fucking your shit up.
Well, I don't know. I don't know. Well, tell me.
I didn't know either. Let me tell you, and I'm going to tell everyone listening, this is not official medical advice from Twinnuendo. This is funny.
Although we are both
advice.
doctors. We both have watched Grey's Anatomy a few times.
And House MD. That's this other show Max wants to start watching. It's so weird when he like pulls up these old shows like
House?
Dexter and House. He said he's seen a bunch of clips on YouTube and he's
Make
like,
him
that
watch
guy's
Drop
really
Dead
funny.
Diva. Ooh, y'all should do Drop Dead Diva.
I don't know what that is. So
Okay, I'll explain it to you. So there's a model,
God
and she's
damn it.
engaged.
I do know what it is.
To
You don't
a
have to
lawyer.
explain it.
She gets into a car accident with an orange truck, and all these oranges
I had
fall on her, and she dies.
more COVID.
And then she goes into heaven, and
Extra
she hits
COVID
the
right
return key on a really old computer because that's all they have in heaven. And she comes back, but she's in the body of a fat woman.
I should check my email.
Oh, how is she supposed to live?
Oh, a coupon for Crocs.
Anyway.
Drew, we will check that out. Omeprazole. Okay, so he shows me the scan of my stomach. Most of it looked normal, and then he shows me these 2 pictures that are so fucking gross.
I don't want to.
And it looks like these little growths. I don't know how else to say it. All over the inside of my stomach, like in these 2 sections. And it was just like blah, 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 blah. Disgusting.
Yeah.
And I was like, what are those? Are those polyps that everyone talks about, that everyone raves about? And he said, no, they look like it. And they almost are the size of polyps we would need to go in and surgically remove, but they're not. How long have you been taking omeprazole? I was like, oh my God, years? And he goes, every day? And I said, yeah. And he's
You're
like,
supposed to stop every few weeks.
he
or every 2
said
weeks.
what Pepsid does, what famotidine does, which is why it's safe. You can take it twice a day because it's that safe. It cuts off the stomach acid from being produced for 12 hours or however long it's in your system, right? What omeprazole does, it doesn't cut off the acid production.
Okay.
It stops the gland from releasing the acid.
Right.
So the acid's still in there. So he said, what you've done by taking it every day for years and years and years
You've eaten the
is
wall
you
of
have
your stomach.
You've permanently disfigured those glands. They've been holding shut and just acid's just been filling up inside of them for years. So that's what I'm seeing. They're not polyps. They're my glands. They're the acid glands that have swollen up in my stomach. And I was like, well, fuck, what do I do? And he goes, not a problem. You just stop taking it. And I was like, done. I'll never take it again. He goes, well, you can't just stop taking it cold turkey or you'll go to the hospital because you'll think you're having a heart attack. What the fuck did I do? He said that if you stop taking omeprazole cold turkey, it will release at once 5 to 7 days worth of stomach acid. And he's like, it will be so painful that you'll think you're having a heart attack and you'll go to the hospital. So what you have to do is it takes 6 months to wean yourself off of it. He said for the first 2 months, take it every other day. And if you're okay, on the 3rd month, switch to every 3rd day. And if you're okay after 2 months, switch it to like once a week.
Okay, Grant,
and then by the
gotta be
6-month
honest,
period, you can stop taking
I've
it.
been on it for years too.
Okay, you got to wean yourself off.
Oh,
He said
shit.
if you're taking Pepsid, famotidine, so I'm taking that still. He's like, if you take that in the morning and take that at night, and you're still having heartburn, it's not heartburn. He's like, you have a condition that we need to like look at seriously. He's like, famotidine twice a day should be fine.
Okay.
So yeah, wean yourself off the omeprazole. Can I tell you good news? Something that'll make you smile about omeprazole?
Okay.
So
Boners?
I told our mother this. I told her omeprazole fucked my stomach up, and I've got to stop taking it. I didn't tell her any of the other details. Okay. I followed up with her and I was like, yeah, I've been, I'm weaning myself off. So what do you mean you're weaning yourself off? And I went, oh, well, the doctor told me you'll really fuck yourself up if you don't, wean yourself off. You can't stop cold turkey. She goes, oh. So I told your dad about the omeprazole because he's been taking it for years and he just stopped cold turkey 2 days ago. And I go, oh, you should tell him to take it today. And he should start taking it every, like I told, whatever. And she goes, I think he'll be fine.
Yeah, that's our mother. Yeah, that makes sense.
So dad, at some point,
We'll feel like he's having a heart attack.
day or two, will experience the worst heartburn of his entire life.
Good.
So you're welcome. You're welcome.
Before I really had any issues with heartburn, I went to Barcelona completely without anything because I didn't think I would need anything because I didn't have problems with heartburn. But then we get to Barcelona and all I'm doing is drinking red wine and eating red meat. That's all I did in Barcelona. And I had the worst heartburn that it did feel like I was having a heart attack. Like it was the worst pain. It felt like someone was stabbing me over and over. It's bad.
My ENT told me that like performers and pastors,
I wouldn't really call what I do performing.
That it's really bad for us because we talk a lot, we're projecting a lot. Anyway, well, that was a really weird thing. So during my endoscopy, I was ill, and apparently it was the start of COVID. So we started to record, we stopped, and then I went to sleep for 18 hours. And I slept for 3 days. Angela has it right now. A couple of the kids have had it. The other two now have it. There's a curse on our home.
Yeah, kids are gross. Yeah. Kids are really gross. So sorry, everyone. We tried to deliver on the Dobby death, the Dobby, as he's called. But then Grant got dead. I'm glad you're feeling better. You sound and look terrible. But I'm glad that your endoscopy didn't reveal cancer. That's cool.
Oh, I'm sorry. He said it didn't, and then I'm fine. Do you want to know how long it's going to take your stomach to heal from the damage that omeprazole did to you?
No.
Take a guess.
You said 6 months.
6 months to wean yourself off. Do you know how long? He's like, and then it'll just heal. And I said, how long does that take?
No.
You want to guess?
No, because, Grant, I have so much on my plate.
It'll be fun.
I'm redoing this
Let
room.
me put it to you this way.
Okay.
Do you want to guess what age you'll be when your stomach has healed from it?
51.
You wish, brother.
20 years?
You'll be 61.
Oh, I'll be dead.
When your stomach is healed.
I just
fucking 20
I just
years.
don't see myself living another 20 years. Doesn't that sound so long?
I don't either. I don't see you. Yeah, I don't see you making it that far. But
what a disaster.
now, Drew, I am drowning in medical bills.
Hell yeah, brother.
So I just want everyone to know that I've come to the conclusion. I haven't talked to Angela about it. I think it'll be fine. That I'm ready to show my coin slot. If you will wipe out a medical debt, you can see the coin slot before I do. I've never seen it. You can see it. If you wipe out 2 debts, I'll let you put a coin in it. You've done that, right, Drew? You put coins in
Grant,
it?
I have to be honest with you. I cannot lie to you. Our buttholes are so tight. So it will have to be a
Yeah,
dime.
bro, tight,
It will have to be a dime.
tight. I will let you put a dime in
March
there
of
if you
Dimes.
will pay 2 of the debts. Thank you. That would be great.
Okay, you've heard it here first. And there's going to be poop on it because you know his poops are really disastrous.
They're actually pretty great right now. I've been on a bland diet for a long time because I thought I was going to die. So I'm having just world-class poops right now, like
Okay.
world-class.
Well, now you're bragging.
Really proud of them.
Now you're bragging.
I've been thinking about taking pictures and sending them to you.
I've been trying to
will.
have better
You know what?
poopies. You know what I did?
will.
I tried, is this stupid? Never mind. I was going to tell you what I tried for my poops, but that seems really boring. Grant, you look sad. What's wrong, brother?
I was thinking about how HelloFresh has changed my life and your life and everyone's
Changes
life,
everyone's,
but
yeah.
I just wish it was bigger.
Oh, Grant, HelloFresh just got bigger. It's doubled its menu. Now you can choose from 100 options each week.
Oh my gosh, I'm so happy. There's no reason to be sad ever again. But you look sad.
I'm really happy that HelloFresh is bigger for you. I think that's really exciting. And HelloFresh is healthy.
Yeah, I'm
it's
excited.
not healthy. I just wish it were
Of course.
healthier.
Brother, let me tell you, it just got healthier. You're going to feel great with an even healthier menu filled with high protein and veggie packed recipes.
Oh my God, that's going to be so great for my bulking and my leaning. Grant, I feel so much better. Thank you so much.
I think we have an official twin approved.
Grant made me say that. The best way to cook just got better. Go to HelloFresh.com/Twinnuendo10FM now to get 10 free meals and a free item for life. 1 per box with active subscription. Free meals applied as discount on first box. New subscribers only. Varies by plan. That's HelloFresh.com/Twinnuendo10FM to get 10 free meals plus a free item for life. We need to add fiber to our diet, is what I'm saying. We need to do fiber.
I have AT&T fiber at
We
my
got
house.
IMHO. We got Colin Broom as a sponsor.
Ooh, I wanted to try that.
Let me tell you. So
Okay.
Curtis and I started taking it when they sent it to us, and I will say, number one, it's one of the most delicious things I've ever tasted. It tastes like
Really?
strawberry fruit punch. I'm not kidding. It tastes so good.
I assumed it would just
However-
be, it's gross because you're trying to just, you
Nope.
know.
It tastes like candy. It's amazing. I looked forward to it every day. The problem is some people can react to it with bloating, and that some people was me, and I bloated
lift your shirt up.
so hard. No.
Lift your shirt up.
Grant, I'm actually down. I'm down to my target weight. I made it.
Oh.
But Curtis loves it. Curtis, it works for him. It worked for me. Like my poops were better, but Jesus Christ, I was so bloated. So I want to try Pure for Men, I think, next. That's my next step.
Wait, are they still a sponsor of yours, Colin Broom?
I mean, I think you could still use our code. Yeah, try it. Use code IMHO at checkout.
So they're not an active sponsor, so it's okay for you to be like, it fucking bloated me up. I can't wait to use a competitor of theirs.
I mean, yeah. I mean, well, Curtis is a success story. He loves it. We're going to keep going on Colin Broom for him.
Okay.
Because he loves it. It tastes delicious. And I loved what it was doing to my poops. My poops were incredible. Don't get me wrong.
Colin Broom, I would love to try your product.
But I just got
Please.
I got too bloaty. Anyway, okay.
Well, you
Speaking
look great,
of bloated,
brother. You
speaking
really
of bloated corpse, thank you. Let's talk about Jimmy Dobb. Let's talk about the most bloated.
Dr. James Dobson was
What was
a
his doctorate
lunatic.
in?
Psychology. Before we get there, Drew, so he died, and normally when someone dies, we'll get there, hang on.
Okay.
We have a moment of silence to show respect.
Sure.
But we don't respect him, so I thought maybe we just have a moment of noise. Do you want to make a lot of noise to disrespect him?
Okay, you do whatever that means to you. I know that he was very homophobic. So I'm going to describe my favorite gay porn to Dr. James Dobson's ghost because I think he'd hate that.
Okay, and what do I do?
You can make noises or whatever.
Okay, got it. Go for it.
It's called Son Daddy Grandpa. So,
Ooh.
Grandpa's in the shower and he's just washing up and he has the bathroom door open. So, when grandson, who's an adult, by the way, is walking through the house, he spots his grandpa playing with his wiener in the shower and he's like, that looks great, but I don't know about that. So then he goes to the living room where his dad is. And he's like, Dad, Grandpa's playing with his dick. And he's like, we all do it. Then Grandpa came in a robe, but that robe was tied loose. Okay? And so eventually the dad is encouraging the son to like look at Grandpa's dick because it's out. And it's honestly, it's big. It's big and it's filling with blood the way it's supposed to, you know? And if you want to hear the rest of that, just wait until someone else dies, and I'll tell you how it ends. Spoiler, they come.
Yes. What's been funny is people who didn't grow up like us saw all these people celebrating this man's death, and they don't get it. They're like, who the fuck? Why is everybody so excited?
Jimmy Dobby. Because he was huge. He was big time. Focus on the family.
People
for
don't know
Southern
that. Exactly. Yeah.
Baptist families. It ran our homes. It was how we lived our lives. He told us how to live our lives. And let me tell you, it wasn't great. It wasn't ideal.
On the family.
The family. Right.
Yeah. So when people hear, like when Jerry Falwell died, immediately there were T-shirts that said "Dick in a Box" and had his face in a coffin. Brilliant, hilarious, so funny, timely, timely joke.
Yeah. Dead.
But like people knew immediately. People were like, "Oh yeah, that's a fucking guy who keeps coming on TV and saying like 9/11 happened because of gays or whatever."
Which it did.
What if it turned out that we found out that the hijackers were gay? Then he'd be right. You'd owe him quite an apology, wouldn't you, Drew?
Grant, I gotta say, I do believe they were gay, and I'll tell you why. Because
tell me why, please.
There's nothing more showy and dramatic than a bunch of faggots being like, we should like crash a plane into like one of their big buildings, and it's really gonna fuck them up. And then another faggot's like,
no leg room. I'm literally gonna kill myself.
Wait. What if we hit two of them at the same time? Like that would be. Oh, that'd be so annoying. And then someone's like, well, what about the Pentagon? And they're like, girl, I don't even know where that is. Good luck. And then the second plane didn't get the directions to the Pentagon. That's why they ended up in that field in Pittsburgh. And I do believe they were straight. But I think gay people are dramatic. They want to hit big buildings. They want to hit multiple buildings.
Well, then Jerry Falwell is right. We apologize. What a great man.
What a great man.
But people know who that is. I would say that James Dobson was just as influential in the culture wars and all the shit that we're still dealing with today as Jerry Falwell was. Just as influential, just as responsible for all the shit. And what I mean by that is the faith council that Trump has right now, he was a part of those for the other presidents. Like he helped set those up.
How fun.
Like he's such a fucking idiot. So, Drew, he did get a PhD in psychology. You'll never guess where from.
Homeschool.
It was homeschool. His mom said, PhD
You're
for
the
my
smartest
pretty healthy
doctor.
Dude.
I hope you like girls.
No, from USC in the 1960s. What? And I know. But you have to remember.
Was it a joke? Was he doing it sarcastically?
No.
Oh.
There's a part of the 60s in Southern California that you have to remember. That's where the Jesus movement started. The big hippie Jesus movement.
Oh, yeah, and they started that cafe.
And really like modern evangelicalism came from that. So it makes sense.
That's why I returned here. I came home.
Because of that.
Yeah.
But James Dobson, just to be cool, because he's a cool guy, he withdrew from his practice and didn't want his license anymore and wanted to withdraw from the APA in 1973. Do you know why? Do you know why he'd be like, fuck the APA, I don't want anything to do with this?
APA or ADA? What are you saying?
Oh, I'm sorry. The APA, the American Psychological Association. Psychology
I'm going to guess that they removed homosexuality as a mental disorder.
Holy shit. That's exactly what happened.
my
In
God,
1973, they
thanks.
were like, it's probably okay that you do that.
Harvey Milk.
Probably
Harvey
not a
Milk.
mental disorder.
Right.
And so Dobson was like, fuck that noise. And he
That
was
was
like,
his
I'm just
famous
going to write
catchphrase.
some
For y'all who aren't aware,
fucking books.
he always said that. Fuck that noise. Focus on the family.
He had already had success with the book, but before we talk about his books, he did launch a radio show that became very popular and then launched his giant ministry. And Drew, you already said the name of it, which was
Focus on the family.
Focus on the Family. And Drew, can I play you a theme song from something on his radio show and see if it sparks any memories in you?
Sure.
See what it means to you.
Oh God. Okay, wait. Let me prepare myself. Let me gird my loins.
Gird them, brother.
Okay, I'm ready.
Gird them as hard as you possibly can. Yeah, dude. Is it coming to mind?
Oh my God. Okay, Adventures in Odyssey. Well, y'all don't understand, okay? And what sucks, I'll say this. Yeah, their shit was entertaining. Their shit was entertaining. They had good songs.
Okay, so-
their shit was entertaining.
Okay, so what was it? Do you
Adventures in
you
Odyssey.
want to take a stab at it?
Adventures in Odyssey, right? Isn't it the
Yes.
cartoon where they're telling the stories or whatever? And we had we had the VHS tapes and the matching coloring books.
So before it was a cartoon, Drew, it was a radio show. Do you remember? I fucking hated going to Sunday night church.
Yeah, it was the worst.
But every time we would go to Sunday night church, Dad would turn on Focus on the Family. And sometimes on the way home, sometimes on the way there, this show would come on. And I'd always be like, fuck yeah. Because it was a great audio drama.
That's how I feel.
mean, like,
That's
you
how
heard
I
the music.
feel about This American Life. Whenever I'm in the car and I turn on NPR because I'm trying to be woke and I hear an episode of This American Life live, feels like I won the lottery. I live
When
for
I
those
turn
moments.
on the conservative radio and I listen to This Is Actually American Life, and they're so much angrier than I thought about something, I'm like, fuck, yeah,
my
this is
God.
living.
Okay, Grant, I'm so sorry to bar redact us, but I have to tell you this.
Okay.
So I'll tell you how I got there. I was watching an interview. I was watching a clip of an interview on TikTok with Bob the drag queen. And she was saying that she loves This American Life. Like, it's her favorite podcast. She's listened to every episode. And I'm like, same.
Yeah.
And anyway, that made me think of Bob. And I saw Bob this week. Alexis and I were
Brag.
guests on the Kelly Mantle show, and Bob's studio is in the same building.
again. God
So
damn
Bob
it.
came in the middle of our recording with a puppy. Just walked in with a puppy. That's very Bob, walking around with a puppy.
Bob's magic.
No, but
Bob is magical.
I was like, Bob, I just need you to know that my straight brother said you're like his favorite drag queen. You're the funniest drag queen. And I want you to know, like,
100%.
that hurts me. And he goes, wait, what'd you say? Straight? And I was like, yeah. He goes, ugh, I don't know what it is about straight guys, but they're always just, and then he came over and he was like, oh, you can't hear me. And he lowered his head over to like talking to my microphone. So I naturally, his big old head with that puppy, I naturally went,
Kissed him.
no, I just like leaned back and like, oh. And he's like,
Yeah.
oh, shut the fuck up. And he stopped talking and he walked out of the room. So anyway, I told Bob.
That was, you never got the thought.
No.
You never got the complete thought.
I know that straight
Okay.
guys seem to like him and that seems to irk him. So I want you to know, Grant, that Bob does
Oh.
not appreciate it. But it made me laugh.
Oh.
No, I'm sure
I
Bob
will,
appreciates it. I'm sure Bob appreciates it.
No, I'll
It was
change
just
my
funny. It
position.
was just funny.
I'll not like Bob. My favorite drag queen now
Bullshit.
is, who's the most problematic one? George Santos.
The rapist? Oh, George
God,
Santos.
no.
Yes.
George
She's in
Santos.
prison.
For now, I'm going to pardon him. That's my guarantee. Elect me. Adventures in Odyssey started out as a radio show, and then, as Drew said, became a cartoon, which then became, and then we had like coloring books and everything.
So we would get the
Anyway,
VHS in the mail. Y'all don't understand what it was like
Exciting. So
to get a
fucking
new
exciting. Yeah, so
VHS in
exciting.
the mail with The coloring book.
And you had no idea it was coming. There's no tracking
you had no
numbers.
idea.
You have no idea. It shows up when the Lord decides.
We get Reader's Digest, a bunch of unpaid bills because our dad was really bad with money.
Oh, God.
And
so
then,
bad money.
boom, we'd get a videotape about Jesus, and we'd be like, great, we get to color Jesus today. That was exciting. We didn't have the internet, kids.
Adventures in Odyssey was based around old man.
Adventures in Babysitting.
Very much like Back to the Future. There's like this old man who's got this big old mansion, and then like these like kids come and hang out with them, and then
creepy.
they have the imagination station. And they would go to the imagination station, which was kind of like a VR world, because they would go either to biblical times and learn a lesson, or they would go to a time in history and also learn a lesson, or even a made-up scenario. And that
The
was
lesson
kind
is
of
always, you're wrong, God is right. Just to be clear.
I mean,
the lesson was always the same.
There was
Don't trust your thoughts.
literally an episode. So one of the kids is like the grandson of the old man, and he spanks him or something. Like basically someone gets spanked and they don't show the spanking, but afterwards the kid is like, "Thank you so much for spanking me. Because you spanked me, I know you love me." You know, and like the
that
granddad
was his big thing. James Dobson loved spanking.
Oh, we're gonna get to spanking in just a minute.
Oh, sorry.
But,
yes.
But the imagination station, that's how that was like the mechanism. And actually, I found a TikTok. Can I show you TikTok that just like kind of recaps the imagination station, like kind of what it is?
Yeah, brother.
All right, let me show it to you real quick. So this was the experience of the imagination station.
Hold on tight.
This is going to be great for audio listeners.
Sorry, it's Tim Robinson.
It's Tim Robinson.
Station.
Sorry, everyone. That's just Grant, living his truth.
Oh, I love him. He's so silly. Also, Drew, do you remember the magazines that Focus on the Family used to put out, the teenage magazines?
Of course.
Brio for girls, Breakaway for boys.
Hell
and
yeah, brother.
Brio, I remember Brio had like fashion tips for girls, and I looked some up because I was like,
bitch.
I wonder what they were. Okay, one of them was, it was like tank tops really popular right now. You know what looks really great under a tank top? A white t-shirt.
They're not wrong, though. That is kind of cool.
You can make it look cool. Let's get to his books. So in 1970, he wrote Dare to Discipline, which was a huge hit. Sold 2 million copies in 2 years. A giant, giant hit.
Because people were already hitting their kids. They just wanted justification.
They needed justification for it. So the core goal of his book was to break a child's will. And so he taught that children are innately defiant, original sin, and they need firm authority, including spanking, to learn respect. He thought that corporal punishment would prevent chaos in society. So just hit him harder. Like, do you want a better tomorrow? Hit him harder. His biggest book
that makes sense to me.
Well, his biggest book that influenced our parents and influenced most of the parents that we knew was The Strong-Willed Child. In fact, when we had our first kid, old people in the church I was in gave us this book. I don't know how many people gave us this book, The Strong-Willed Child. So, of course, it talked about spanking. It encouraged a belt or a wooden spoon so that it was separate.
Our parents loved. Our parents
yeah.
loved both of those, hitting us with both of those.
Do you remember when Dad broke his alligator skin belt on us?
Yeah. Do you remember when Mom broke every spoon she ever held in her hand on us?
Oh, yeah, for sure. No
that
spoon.
bitch went through spoons. She went through, I
We don't have
remember
an
the one that
ass.
shocked me
He
the
was hitting
most.
bone. Spoons can't handle our bone.
Sure, a wooden spoon breaks. A plastic spoon is harder, but it can break. A plastic
break.
spoon
On a child.
that is a strainer that has 3 giant holes in it is even harder to break, but our mother made it happen. And that's because she loves us. Remember that.
Obviously. I'd like to think, too, that we had something to do with that, Drew. Like, we didn't have asses. We had bones.
We had bones.
Like our bones are strong, bitch.
And
you gave us milk every day.
We shouldn't have misbehaved.
That's on you. That's on you.
Can I tell you one of the things that I miss the most about being a child is that feel. I kid you not,
body.
y'all. We were so malnourished.
That's not true.
We just like all that was in our house was like junk food and
Oh,
like
yeah, now that
and
is
TV
true. Yeah,
dinners and just like garbage, right? And so
dope.
and we would drink
We
Coca-Cola
needed
instead of
HelloFresh.
water. I remember like I still to this day and my mouth is watering and I understand that's problematic, but I love the taste of cow's milk. I just do. And
Oh,
I
sure.
I don't drink it anymore. I haven't drunk it in years. But I remember being a kid and I'd get a giant glass of milk and I'd walk around the house like, y'all
a
look so
king.
unhealthy.
King Castle. King Castle.
My
Yeah.
bones were never going to break, and they never did.
Mhm.
Knock on wood, knock on wood, they never did. I
Yeah.
loved drinking a giant glass of milk in front of everyone. Oh,
Can I tell you that milk is one of the things that helps me remember the hardest financial years of our family's life? Because we were teenagers. I don't know if you remember those years, but kind of like middle school was when the shit really
Yeah.
hit the fan financially for
Yeah.
our family. I had started drinking milk a lot. It was like popular with my boys, all of my big
well, they were
strong
getting
boys.
big and strong. Yeah.
They're getting
They
big and
needed
strong.
it.
So I started drinking a lot of milk too. And I remember mom, like one night, I'd poured a glass of milk and then she said, "That's it. No more milk." And I was like,
Whoa.
huh? And she's like, "You can have milk with cereal. You can have milk with breakfast. You can't drink milk any other time." And I was like, "I love milk. I like it's healthy. I'm not drinking Coke." And she goes, "Do you know how expensive milk is? Like I can only afford 1 gallon of milk and you're drinking it all." And I was like, "Are we that bad off?" Like I said something like that. And she was like, "Yes."
Yes.
And I went,
Yeah.
"Oh, all right." So now I think of milk and it's like, it's really sad.
Well, good thing milk is so affordable now, though. Thank God.
Oh, he fixed it. He fixed it. Thank you, Trumpster. Parents who adhered to this book had custom paddles made, and they had special belts made, like that said, like discipline belt or whatever. I remember when Dad broke his alligator skin belt on us.
Which,
Sometimes
to
he
be
would pull out his
fair,
belt.
I want y'all to know it wasn't us.
That's
It was that
bougie.
shitty belt. No, but he wore the same belt until it broke, like until it eventually ran out, and then he'd take the belt back to the store and be like, "It broke.
It had
I
a
need
lifetime
another
warranty.
one." Right.
It had a lifetime
So that's what I'm
warranty.
saying. Like
Yeah.
that was an old ass belt. That wasn't all
But he
us.
would sometimes he'd get home and mom would just be like, "That one," and he'd
Yeah.
rip it off.
He'd rip it
and
off
just
and
start
chase us.
swinging.
Yeah.
But this time he had folded it properly to really give us a good one. And I remember it broke, and I remember Dad's response because I was like, "Dope, you're never gonna be able to spank us with a belt again. Like fucking broke your belt, you dumbass." And I remember what he said. He said, "Oh, don't worry. It's got a lifetime warranty. I'll get you with
Yep.
the next one."
And he did. And he did.
Holy shit. What a
Yeah.
badass. I'll
Yeah.
get you with the next one.
You stupid
And I was
little
like,
kid.
all right. I'm going to go back and play my Nintendo and think about life. So that book also compared raising children to household pets. It was great. All right, Drew, let's talk about spanking because that's
Hell
the
yeah.
core of this.
Okay,
And
I just moved to
what led-
Chicago. Or no. Yeah, I just moved to Chicago. I found this guy on Craigslist who said he wanted to spank me.
Yeah.
And I was
tell me more
like,
about it.
sure, fine, But number one, he showed up. He was
Is this a bit? Is this a real story right
It was
now?
a real story.
Let's
He
fucking
was
go with it. Go.
way uglier than what I was promised. But I was a sex
Yeah.
addict and I needed validation. So I was like,
Sure.
fine. And then when we get in there, he's like, my fantasy is like, I'm stay fully dressed and you're naked, which is a thing. It's called CMNM, clothed male, nude male. You can Google that later. Do it in
Or
a private
CM
browser. Nope. No F's.
CFNM.
It's all men. No, women can't do it. Sorry. Women have to be in dress all the time. Sorry.
Oh, interesting.
Anyway, well, so that they don't
True
stumble.
feminists.
They don't cause us to stumble. Okay, they have to keep their body
Keep
covered.
those shoulders covered, you whores.
And I just like laid across this ugly guy's lap in my own apartment and just like let him spank me and nothing happened. And then like he left.
Was that rock bottom?
Oh, I went much lower, Grant. I went much, much lower.
That's a true testament to your addiction, was that you had that experience and you went, no changes. Let's keep going.
I bet I could do that again. I bet I could make that happen
You know what?
twice.
It's only 9
Yeah.
o'clock.
But I
Let's
did
see
it.
what else is out there.
Grant, I did it because I knew I was acting out and disciplining, the art of discipline or whatever that Jimmy Dobby said to do.
Mm-hmm.
I knew that like the only time I felt like really me was after a spanking. So that's why I did it, because of James Dobson.
All right, so Drew, spanking. I came up with a game for us.
Oh, of who we would spank? Okay, let me start.
Oh, no, let me stop you there.
Phil Collins.
So instead, we have the same answer. I pulled some quotes from James Dobson about spanking and pain. And I got Angela's help with this because, you know, she reads all them smutty books. She's like, I don't read the Bible anymore. What I'm going to read? Oh, the smut.
Well, there's a
So-
lot of smut in the Bible. To be fair, she moved laterally.
Oh, there's some good smut.
She moved laterally,
There's
let's
some
be
good
honest.
smut in there.
Yeah.
Good smut. I'm going to read you these quotes, and you
Sure.
just have to tell me, is this Dr. James Dobson or is this smut?
Okay. I
Got
can do
it?
this. I'm in.
Okay.
I'm ready. I am a doctor, so.
Number 1, pain is a marvelous purifier. Is that Dr. James Dobson or is that smut?
I'm going to say Dr. Dobson. Dobby.
Congratulations. It was James Dobson. Good job.
Yeah.
You're 1 for 1.
Because
I'm
pure.
excited for you.
Because pure. God is pure.
Dear
Jesus
God
is
is pure.
pure.
Okay. Number 2, pain is not necessary to beat the child into submission. A little bit of pain goes a long way for a young child. Is that James Dobson or is that smut?
I would hope that it's not a smut. That would be an insane book.
I hate how long you paused on that. Yeah, that's James Dobson.
No,
You're
I
2
just
for
thought,
2.
I was like, what the
Congratulations.
fuck? What is she
Number 3.
reading? Check the hard drive. God.
Number 3, we're wasting time here. I've got a sweet ass to paddle and some legs to spread. Is that Dr. James Dobson or is that smut?
Can I tell you, I wish it was Dr. Dobson. I really do. I wish throughout all of his
You know what? It will
books,
be
he
up
would
here,
just-
baby.
Yeah. Every time I
Later
see it, I'll
tonight.
think of it. No, that's definitely
That-
smut. That's from Harry Potter
Okay.
for sure.
Cowboys in Charge, Starla K, of course. Number 4, the spanking should be of sufficient magnitude to cause the child to cry genuinely.
That
Is
is
that Dr. James Dobson or smut?
that's smut, but it's also Dr. Dobson. So
Thank
Dr.
you.
Dobson
It was
technically
tricky.
said it first.
It
But
was
as
tricky.
this woman's getting fucked by her child's psychologist,
Mm-hmm.
he's giving her notes so that she can use that when she gets home. So it's both,
I
actually.
knew you'd see it. I knew you'd see it. And can we just say before we move on, what a fucking crazy thing for a psychiatrist to say. The spanking should be of sufficient magnitude to cause the child to cry genuinely.
Yeah.
What the
Psychotic.
fuck?
Yeah.
He went on to talk about, I didn't get the quote here, but he went on to talk about the differences between the way they cry. That sometimes you can tell if it's genuine crying or if they're crying because they're annoyed. So are they crying because they're in pain?
Check his hard
Or are they
drives. That
crying-
is not a normal person. That is not a safe
He doesn't have hard drive.
person.
Check his scrolls.
Check his
scroll- Okay,
scrolls.
so that was Dr. James Dobson. You're 4 for 4. Okay, number 5.
Wow, I'm incredible.
I dipped my finger back into his ass as deeply as I could reach, teasing the little hole, drumming it from the inside. Sorry, I just pictured James Dobson saying that and made me giggle.
Okay, so here's my thought.
Okay.
I would say instantly it would be smut. However, when that guy was spanking me in my apartment, his finger did go near my butthole, and I don't know.
You
if
said
that
nothing
was
happened.
nothing I enjoyed. I don't know if that was a sex thing or if Dr. Dobson had told him
James
to do
Dobson.
that. I'm gonna guess smut, but just know that I want more for our kids.
Yeah, that was smut. Shadows So Cruel by Liv Zanders. Number 6, here we go. A swift swat on the bottom can be a loving act when done properly and for the right reasons.
That's Dobby for sure.
James Dobson. Good job.
Yeah, listen.
Number 7, you're killing this. Number 7.
Thank you.
Some
been
strong-willed
hit.
children absolutely demand to be spanked, and their
Okay.
wishes should be granted.
I know that's
2
Dr.
or
Dobson.
3
Yes.
stinging strokes on the legs or buttocks with a switch are usually sufficient to emphasize the point, you must obey me. Did
Yeah.
the Christian thought leader and psychiatrist Dr. James Dobson say those words about how you should treat your child?
Okay.
Where's the smut?
Can I tell you, when he died, which was so thrilling, I Googled him, like, because I was looking for some insane quote. I wanted to pull one of his
To jerk
crazy
off to?
quotes. Yeah. No, but to
Yeah.
post, like, this asshole died kind of thing.
Mhm.
And I pulled that one. There was a
Mhm.
picture of him and then a background with, like, the quote on it. And I pulled it
Mhm.
to post, but it was so dark. Like, I read it back and I was like, I don't want this out in the world. Like, it was
Yeah.
it was almost too much. You know, like when
Yeah.
something happens in real life and you go, "Ugh, if it was a Hollywood movie, we'd say, oh, that's unbelievable." Like, that quote is so
I
evil
don't ever say
and
that.
so insane that
Mhm.
even I didn't end up posting it. I was like, that's not funny. It's too dark. And I remember, like, I
Well,
remember being in
that's what I'm here for.
college. I remember asking you, I don't know if Angela was there or not, but I do remember asking you if you thought that you would spank your kids like we were spanked. And I
Mhm.
remember you and Angela said no. Or you had
Mhm.
said, like, no, we're not going to. And I remember thinking, like, I don't know if that's a good idea. Because I was a monster. I was such a bad kid. The only reason that I was even good sometimes is because I got hit. Like, that's how
Yeah.
much I believed in all of it. I really did. Like, I understood.
I was afraid, you know, one, I thought there was a better way, but
There
then
is. Yeah,
two,
definitely.
and there definitely is. I was afraid that I would be like dad.
Yeah.
I was afraid, like James Dobson
Mhm.
says these horrible things, and alongside these horrible things, he's like, but you should do it calmly, and it should be an act of love, you know. And so it paints this picture of this emotionless transaction. You know what I mean? Like, oh, you disobeyed, come here, swat swat,
Yeah.
hug, we did it. And I was just like, I can't be that. And one, I never saw that, so I don't even know if that's real.
Yeah.
But
Our
I know
dad
I
was not
can't be that.
calm. Our neither of our
No.
parents were calm when they were hitting us.
And so I remember being like a young father. This is before the twins came along, and I just had Max. I remember getting really frustrated at him. And I don't remember what it was. And I mean, he was 18 months old.
Mhm.
But I remember getting like really frustrated. And I went to reach for him, and he recoiled, like out of fear.
Yeah.
And I'd never hit him. I'd never, you know, I'd never done anything like that. But I realized that when I came at him with that emotion,
Mhm.
that I wasn't safe. I decided in that moment, I don't ever want my touch to be anything other than comforting to my kids. So like if I'm upset, I won't touch them. Like I'm not going to be like, get over here. You know
Right.
what I mean? And of course I wasn't perfect. Like of course there are moments you're frustrated, you're in public, you know, whatever.
Mhm.
There's moments where you haven't slept in fucking 3 days and you're like, get over here or whatever. But for the most part, that was something, you know, I tried to stick to. I can't imagine my kids wondering how hard I'm going to hurt them. Like, how hard am I going to hit them? It's just fucking crazy.
Yeah.
Okay, we have one more quote. Sorry. So far, you're 7 for 7.
Wow. What do I get?
That was James
Do I get a
Dobson.
spanking if I get all of them right?
Next time I see you, brother, you'll find out. Okay.
Okay. You have to wear all
so-
your clothes though, and I can't.
Okay. Okay.
You'll hate it.
Here's the final one. You ready?
Mm-hmm.
And as you listen, I've noticed you've looked away a couple times. Can you look directly at me on this last one?
Okay.
Thank you. Here we go. I want to feel you come around my cock, Violet. I want you to squeeze me until your cunt has the permanent shape of me, because it's the only cock that's ever going to make you scream like this again. Is that James Dobson or is that Smut? What do you think?
Okay. I will say that his first wife's name was Violet. So that's giving me pause. That's giving me pause.
Oh my God, I wish that was true. Oh my God, that's so funny.
You know, although I do think he said that, I do think he said that in his life. I don't think he was quoted saying that, although he definitely did say that. So that's smut.
It was definitely in
that's
private.
smut. Sorry, that's smut.
Yeah, that's from Morning Glory Milking Farm by C.A. Nascosta? I don't know. Anyway, Morning Glory Milking Farm. Check it out at all of your local libraries. You can get it from the library. You know what you can't see in a library? Fucking
Porn.
drag queens. It's damn
Oh,
right.
sure.
America, #1. Yeah, Drew, that was spanking. That was corporal punishment. Can I ask you before we move
Do
to
I
these
miss
other
it
really
sometimes?
wonderful teachings?
Oh.
Well, I want to ask you seriously, I've never really thought about I haven't thought deeply about what we went through when it came to corporal
Yeah,
punishment.
I gotta be honest, I haven't either. I mean, we were raised not to confront feelings or to feel feelings. Like, we were raised to shut it all down.
Hmm.
So it doesn't surprise me that we haven't.
It did make us funny,
It
though.
did make
We
us
are
really
really
funny.
funny
Yeah. Listen, I don't
because you can
know.
make a joke about
I
it.
don't know that I
Can't face
could.
it.
I don't know that I would change anything because fuck, this trauma made me hilarious.
Good
Um,
point.
okay, this is a big one. This is a big generality.
Oh, my favorite kind of generalities.
But
Big.
I must say, I think what's keeping me like sane when I think about it is just that our dad is a monster and he was put in this situation by this church where they told him he was doing the right thing and he was a cool guy to do this. And I think he really got off on being like the responsible dad and I'm doing this because it's right, you know?
Yeah.
And mom, I just think she was in over her head.
Yeah.
I don't think she truly understands her religion. I don't think she wants to. And I think we were really difficult kids. And she had a shitty husband, shitty money. I think she just exploded. And I have to say, in the situation she was in, I don't know, I don't fault her for it.
Do you
Maybe I
think
should.
do you think there's a chance, speaking of our dear old dad, do you think that there's a chance that he really wanted to be better and he went to one of the worst places he could have, which was the evangelical church in the late 80s, early 90s? Because think about, he was having, multiple affairs, living this double life for years and years and years. He starts
Taking
over.
mistresses on business trips. I remember
Right.
he loved
So-
telling stories about that.
So he starts over and his wife gets baptized and they get involved in church. And I know that there was social benefit for him, for sure, right? Like, I mean, the richest people all went to that church. Like, he had business connections there. So I get that there
Our
were
house was
other
surrounded
reasons.
by Bellevue people too.
Yeah,
I think that
so-
helped.
I totally get that. But do you think there's any chance that dad really did try to be better, but he just went to a place that wanted to make you feel like you were being better, but didn't actually give a fuck if you were a better person? Do you think like if he had shown up, if he had made connections with the right people rather than the evangelical church in the late 80s and early 90s that was all about power and, whatever, money and other shit that they're still about, I guess. Do you think there's a chance that it could have been different? Like if he had made a connection, like instead of being surrounded by pastors, if he moved into this like cul-de-sac that was filled with fucking psychiatrists and therapists, and he's like, I don't know, man, I'm just trying to figure it out. And they're like, I can help you with that. Like, do you think there's a chance he was really trying to figure it out and do better the second time around? And he just got caught up in like the fucking worst place he could have been caught up in?
I think that there were moments of that. Yes. I do think that dad had occasional moments of wanting to be better. But I think ultimately, when I think of dad and the church, when I envision him at Bellevue, he walked around like a peacock. Like he had his feathers out.
Mm-hmm.
He was so loud. He greeted everyone and
Yeah.
he made sure he was in front of the camera. And
Mm-hmm. As a kid,
think
I
that
remember
they're-
thinking he's the coolest person in this room
He's-
right now.
right. And
Look
really,
how
he was
everyone
just
knows
so
my
obnoxious.
dad. Everyone
Yeah.
loves him. Look at this. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, I remember being so cunty about like sitting down, in our saved seats in like the third row of this mega church. And my dad's greeting everyone around us. And I think it's because they know him, but they don't. And I would walk in the row like, oh, is this my seat? Yes, I'm with him. Like I remember feeling so cool.
And really,
But
it
no,
was dad getting there early and running in the sanctuary and putting our coloring books down on the seats, which, by the way, there was a rule about when you could come in the sanctuary and when you couldn't. And Dad regularly broke that rule. He regularly made the volunteer ushers at the door feel uncomfortable. And he'd be like, oh, no, I'm Nick Nixon. I was like an usher or whatever. Because he wasn't an usher forever. He did something.
Dr. Rogers knows my name. Dr. Rogers knows my name.
And he'd be like, no, you don't understand. I'm Nick, whatever.
Yeah.
And then he would make them feel so fucking small if they tried to just do what they volunteered to do, which is just don't let anybody in. And he'd be like, oh, no. Bill's down there. I know Bill. Just open the door. I know Bill. I'll go ahead and open it. And he'd force his way in to save those seats.
Do you remember when he would...
So fucking cool.
Do you remember when he'd force us in?
He was a man.
Do you remember that?
Oh,
Do you remember when when he would put it all in our hands and we'd walk up to the closed door with the usher standing in front of the closed door and he would do that whole rigmarole and he would open the door himself and push us in.
Force us in. Yeah.
And of course that was so devastating as a child who just wants to follow all the rules all the time because you're in a place that tells you all you're doing is breaking rules. It was horrible. So no, I don't think that was his driving force. I don't think his driving force was wanting to be better. I think it could have had moments early on, but I think the social collateral was what he was after.
It wasn't 100%. Obviously, it didn't take hold. My point is, maybe there's a chance he was actually after that at one point, but
that's
it just
a
wasn't
beautiful thought.
There.
That's a beautiful, beautiful thought. But from what I saw, I didn't see that.
We're running long here, and so I'm going to skip over the rest of this to get to what he thought about the gays because he had a lot of thoughts.
Hell yeah, brother!
But we're going to blow right past the purity culture he helped set up and what he did to guys and especially girls. And he established purity balls, which are hilarious.
Insane.
Girls
it's like a debutante ball, but instead of
their dads
being
would take them.
Presented, instead their dads present them with an engagement ring called a purity ring. And they would make this pledge to their parents, and they would wear this ring, and then that pledge would only be replaced with the pledge to their husband. So the parents were in charge of their sexual identity, and then it was given to their husband, so they never had to worry about it. It was never theirs. So that's actually pretty nice. You don't have to carry that around. It's meaningless though.
Whoa.
The parents never actually gave a fuck. Unless a girl got pregnant and she was a total whore. I was 14 and I had gonorrhea from an adult. And do you know how? And I was wearing my fucking purity ring that our parents gave us. You know how many questions mom and dad asked? One.
There's no way you're wearing.
Do you know how much follow-up they did? None.
That ring prevented all STIs.
Well, it didn't prevent gonorrhea.
You weren't wearing the ring,
I'll tell you
right?
that.
You had it on backwards.
I wasn't wearing it around my cock, and I understand that's my fault.
Did you have your fingers crossed? Did you have your fingers crossed during it?
I might have. Because I was a prankster. I was so silly.
That's it.
You're TikTok
so
pranksters? I would do that with the guys that would molest me.
So Focus on the Family, tax-free organization, $100 million budget, super, super politically active. Millions and millions of dollars to support conservative things. If you have time, look up the 2008 letter from 2012 in Obama's America. It is hilarious. So check that out sometime.
Much on my plate.
So let's get to LGBTQ. The Southern Poverty Law Center named Focus on the Family a hate group this year.
Yeah, no shit.
James Dobson, this is just a quote, this is something he feels about you guys. The homosexual movement will destroy the family and lead to the ultimate destruction of our nation if it prevails. So,
wait,
he's a hero.
It did destroy our family. We don't have a relationship with our dad.
How's our nation going right now, Drew? How's our nation going right now?
Not good. Oh my God. I shouldn't have crossed my fingers. Oh no. I better stop sucking all those cacks. I did feel a little guilty when the towers were hit. I did think, was that me? Did I do that?
Well, back to Goblin. Focus on the Family had this organization called Love One Out that they launched in 1998. Why would you remember that? Why would you remember Love One Out? They launched it in 1998. John
Thank God I
Polk
never had to do it.
was the leading spokesperson, and it was a traveling conference series, and it would have testimonies from ex-gay speakers and workshops for parents and strategy sessions for pastors. Love One Out is the conference
That you
that
went
my
with
mother
Mom.
and I attended
Yeah.
in college after Drew completely voluntarily came out, right?
Yeah,
And then what
absolutely. On
happened?
my
I'm trying to remember your
own.
coming out story.
Yep. Nope. Absolutely. It was completely my decision.
Can I tell you, I went to that with Mom, and of course at the time, like, I'm in school to be a pastor. My frontal lobe hasn't finished developing, and so the whole time I'm like, yeah, this makes 100% sense. But even then, I remember thinking about all the speakers, like, these
guy's
guys are
gay.
gay. They're
Yeah.
gay. Like, they're
Yeah.
still definitely gay. Like, there's no X here. Well, I wasn't too far off. So Focus on the Family transferred this ministry to Exodus International in 2009, which was founded way back in 76. It grew into the largest ex-gay umbrella group in the world. John Polk, you remember from Love One Out, he served as the board chairman of all of that. Well, something happened with old Polk. Polk was caught in a gay bar in the year 2000. And
Proselytizing?
that's what he said. That's what he said. He originally denied. He's like, no, that wasn't fucking me. And then they were like, a bunch of people saw you. And he's like, okay, that was me. But I was in there, you know,
never gonna believe this.
love winning out. I was trying to, you'll never gonna believe this. Thought it was a church, got in there, saw all these guys.
God, it was, yeah.
And then I thought, the Lord led me in here. He pointed me right at a guy. Well, how did he point you? My cock. It was pointing straight at this guy.
Pointing right at that guy.
He admits, I'm actually still gay. Always been gay. Never stopped being gay. So I don't know what to do about that. Well, in 2012, the final year of Exodus International, it was formally closed in 2013. Alan Chambers, the president of Exodus International, he said that 99.9% of people do not change their orientation. He basically said, none of this has ever worked.
Yep.
It was all fucked from the get-go.
Yep.
And all these leaders we've had, these ex-gay leaders, they're still gay. They're all lying. And so in 2013, Exodus formally closed and issued an apology for the pain caused. So there's an apology, Drew. I don't know if you heard it. You got an apology. So fucking, what are you whining about? What are you complaining about? They apologize.
I'm not complaining at all. I unfortunately was too old when I came out to my mother completely on my own, not at all, because I was forced to. So she couldn't force me to go to those ministries, thank God. Like that is something I do think about a lot.
Thank
of
the
like,
Lord.
how lucky was I that our parents did not want to talk about feelings or have difficult conversations.
Because you didn't end up in one of those places.
Yeah, because I certainly ended up with gonorrhea as a teenager.
I thought
you know,
it was a
like
total bang fest.
it was a total bang fest. Yeah,
Bang fest.
I'm so grateful that that didn't happen, and I do believe it didn't happen only because Mom and Dad refused to like talk about anything difficult.
That's 100% true. And their greatest fear was that you were gay. Mm-hmm. Like the greatest fear of their entire life was that.
I think I could have murdered someone in high school and gone to prison, and I think they would love me more.
I think if you had murdered somebody and you're on your way to prison and you turned to Dad and Mom and you said, listen, well, you know what I miss most? Pussy. And they'd been like, oh, thank God. Oh,
yeah, they
that's
would.
our boy.
Yeah, they would.
That's
My
our
commissary would be. Oh,
You know what else he kills?
Fucked.
Pussy. Pussy killer over
yeah,
here.
pussy killer.
Drew,
I killed that guy, and I killed a bunch of pussies with my cock and mouth and fingers, I guess.
Yeah, it is. You got to use them.
I saw a TikTok recently about like the conservative Republican men who and MAGA idiots and Christians who come at gay people so hard. Like, why do they care so much? And the question that often gets asked to gay people when they're talking to someone who maybe is never around gay people, so like a conservative who stays in their bubble, they always ask, when did you choose to be gay? And I always found that question so strange because it doesn't make any sense. Why the fuck would I choose this?
Yeah.
However, someone said on TikTok, the person talking about it said, it's because every day they choose to be straight.
Oh, that's a good point.
The reason they think that you've made a choice is because every day they have to make a choice not to do it.
That's a good point.
And so the homophobes who are really obsessed with it, it's because they're fighting their own battle or whatever, and they're seeing you kind of live your life comfortably, and that pisses them off.
That's a really good point.
Isn't that crazy?
That's a great. I've never
Sorry,
thought
anyway,
about it that way.
I
That's
think
a
that's
great
so
point.
off track.
I saw a video of the Good Liars, and they were talking to someone at a Trump rally, and the guy said something about the gays and their gay agenda or something like that. And he asked him, "Do you think it's a choice? Do you think they've chosen to be attracted to men?" And he said, "Well, yeah, of course. You know, like God wouldn't make them like that. Like, you know, they're making that choice." And he goes, "Oh, okay. Do you think that you could choose to be attracted to men right now? Like, could you start making that choice? Whatever that means. Do you think you could start making that choice?" And he goes, "It doesn't work that way. No, it doesn't work that way. Not with me. Not with me. No. I love
I've
women.
seen that.
I've always loved
Yep.
women. You
I've
know,
seen
whatever
that.
it was.
I've seen that.
Yeah.
Crazy.
It's absolutely crazy. But I love that point that like they're making a choice, and that's why
they're making the
believe it.
choice,
That's a great
and
idea.
that's why they're so upset that
Yeah.
you're not.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, Drew, I wanted to end with not a voicemail. Someone texted in a question to our number. And of course,
Wow.
our number, which I don't have to tell you. I mean, you could say it right off the top of
I
your
love
head,
it.
which is
Yep. It's something.
That's so
something
funny.
Ass twin.
It's
something,
940 Ask Twin. Yeah, 940 Ask Twin. And what that is in numbers is figure it the fuck out. I don't know.
Literally Google it.
Just
You have
Google it.
internet now.
Google it.
You know, you're on it right
940
now.
Ask Twin. And so yeah, you can leave us a voicemail or you can text us. And so here it was. They just said, "I was just at the Pokemon World Tournament just to hang out and be a fucking nerd. And there was a man at the edge of the event preaching about Jesus, the ultimate Pokemon. You got to catch him. Literally, no one was paying attention to him. What are people like that typically feeling when they're not getting any attention?" And then they wished me well from the incident that I had, that fun little medical incident. Have you encountered in a lot of gay spaces? Have you encountered people like this?
Yeah.
Have you ever interacted? Have you ever
I mean-
interacted with one, or is it just better? I mean, obviously it's better just don't give them oxygen, but
I'm going to be so for real with you, Grant. In my binge drinking, going out to the gay bar days, I'm sure I tried to fist fight one.
yeah.
I'm sure. As I've gotten distance from all of that, now whenever I see that, honestly, either way they win. They either go out
Yeah,
and
true.
they change lives, or they go
They
out
don't.
and they become martyrs.
Yeah.
Like I think all they feel is self-righteous the whole time.
Yeah, so I would say the same thing. Don't argue or yell at them. They have a persecution complex. Like you just
They
gave
love
them,
it.
They fucking love it. They'll
They're gooning.
yeah,
They're gooning.
they'll come in their pants. One of the things I'm most proud of from my childhood is I used to be a part of an evangelism group, and we would go out on Tuesday nights to random people's homes or random places and try to trap people into religious conversations to talk to them about going to heaven or hell.
Isn't it crazy that as teenagers, we were both going to strangers' homes, but I was going to suck their cock while their wife was out of town, and you were going to preach to their cocks? Sorry, how does that work?
Yeah, well, I was going to say, I told them about Jesus, but sometimes I would suck their cock. Like, it was whatever it took.
Right.
Whatever.
It depends. Yeah.
But we would come back at the end of the night and share stories, like success stories. Drew, I would say and I mean hundreds of people were involved in these things. I would say out of all the stories shared, maybe one a week was like, oh, this person prayed to receive Jesus with us. You know what I mean? The other success stories were how we got yelled at, of how, and what we'd say is how we got persecuted. Right? There's a scripture where Jesus says, like, if they hate you, it's because they hate me. And so to be hated and be persecuted is to be like Jesus. And so we would fucking love it when people would slam the door in our face or they'd yell at us, and we would get to come back and be like, let me tell you how I was persecuted.
It happened, guys.
It happened to me. I was so persecuted. They told me I'm just trying to enjoy my dinner. And I was like, you enjoy your dinner in fucking hell, asshole, you know?
Yeah, you like eating fiery rocks, you
Is that
bitch?
what you like? So, I mean, the persecution is a win. Like yelling at them is
Yeah.
a win.
They never feel bad. You never have to
No.
feel bad for them because
It's not about
they
you. It's about them.
love
Yeah,
it.
yeah. It's not about you. They don't want
They
to. They don't
love
give a
it.
fuck if your life has
Mm-mm.
changed. Like they won just by being out there. In fact, Jehovah's Witnesses are notorious for this in that all they have to do is give you the watchtower, the little pamphlet. That's a conversion. Like in their book, that's a conversion. So like they don't even need to fight. They don't give a fuck if they have to talk to you or whatever. My favorite thing I've ever seen, you've seen Jehovah's Witnesses at airports. My favorite thing I've ever seen
Yeah.
with Jehovah's Witness is in LA, is at the LAX airport. They tape them in a box. Have you seen this?
Mm-mm.
I'd never seen it before. So, Jehovah's Witnesses, they have their stand of all their little like handouts or whatever. They put blue tape around them in LAX, and they're not allowed to proselytize outside of that box. If
Oh.
you walk up and stand at the edge of that box but don't cross into the box, they can't talk to you. Like they can't be like, "Hello, sir." They can't fucking say a word to you. The only way they can talk to you is if you step into that painter's tape on the floor. And that's so smart.
And the only person who's going to step into that is a crazy person
Yeah.
who
Okay.
needs attention.
They found their tribe. Love it.
Okay, but can I say, I do feel bad for them because they don't have birthdays or Christmas.
I know.
Like that sucks.
Or blood
That
transfusions.
sucks.
My 3 favorite
Or
things
blood
as a kid.
transfusions.
Oh my god.
And they have to like stand in some painter's tape while people get their bags. It's a sad
make me
life.
want to just, I mean, I had time. I should have just stepped in and been like, "Give me your best pitch,"
Just hand me that watchtower.
Hey, hand me that
You got an
watchtower.
extra?
Holy shit, Jehovah. God damn it, I'm down.
Oh fuck!
but-
I don't have Christmas. Great.
One of the part of the logic behind it for people who do what this person texts us about is there's a scripture that says that God's word won't return void. And the idea,
So true.
the Hebrew idea is that God is powerful. And so he speaks and what he says happens, But what Christians have done with that is they've taken that idea and said his word, the Bible, which didn't exist at the time that scripture was recorded, that's what it means. So all we have to do is get the words out there and they'll do something. Like they won't return void. They won't do nothing. So if I stand there and I shout these words over people, it's magic is what it is. It's Harry Potter. If I shout these words over people, then something's going to happen. And it's insane. It's insane. So just the next time you see him, stop and say, "Neat." And then, keep going.
I give them a light nod and I go, listen, birthdays are like my favorite. I'm so sorry.
I'm so sorry you don't have these.
So sorry. Yeah.
I don't know. Drew,
Bless
thank you
it.
for this deep dive into James Dobson.
Yeah.
I'm sorry for your loss.
Thank you so much. Can I have the floor for just a couple minutes?
Yeah, let me go ahead and turn your mic off real quick and go for
Okay,
it.
great. No, I just wanted to share with y'all how the James Dobson news hit me. I was thrilled that he was dead. Thrilled beyond, so excited. But when I sat down with Grant to record the podcast last week, we did take a break. He did fall asleep with COVID and slept for 3 days. That all actually happened. But we took the break because I was having a really emotional reaction to talking about this evil man who shaped our childhood and how our parents fully bought into it and just how difficult that was. I just want anyone out there who has those complicated feelings when people who have harmed us die. I was really hard on myself. I was really bummed that I had such a big reaction to it. But honestly, I'm glad it happened ultimately because Twinnuendo, as exciting as it's been to do something with you and to get to know you now, I love it. But it's hard. Everything that we're talking about our childhood, I'm talking about for the first time ever, really, on
same
this
here.
show.
Yeah.
And I'm talking to the person who was a part of it for 20 years, So
Well, no, I'm just kidding. Yeah.
You were.
Yeah.
So it's really complicated. And I was really beating myself up. Not, I mean, well, yeah. I wasn't being very nice to myself about like, oh, you couldn't finish the podcast, like you fucking bitch. And I don't want anyone to feel that way. It is okay to feel however you feel when these types of things happen. And if you start to listen to this podcast and realize that like the feelings are too complicated and you need to turn off an episode because of the subject matter, like don't beat yourself up over it. Protect yourself.
And
Finally
just
do
mute
for
it.
you.
Like let it play all the way through. We do need
Well, yeah,
that.
you do have to leave it. Yeah, you do have to
But
leave it
just
on.
mute it. Just mute it, and it'll be
But
fine.
you need to
I
show
can subscribe.
yourself some love and support in the way that all of these other people failed you. So when that subject comes up that feels like very complicated and you're really putting yourself in like a emotional place and maybe that now is not the time, give yourself the grace that these people wouldn't show you. Don't allow them to mistreat you again. Whoa.
Yeah.
I think we have to stop there. No more words.
I mean, we need a few more words.
okay.
Patrons, thank you. Patrons, thank you so much.
Thank you, patrons.
You've changed my life forever.
Thank you, patrons. You're the
Drew-
reason Grant can pay some of his bills. Thank you,
That's
everyone.
100% true. You have no idea. Can you share something exciting? There's something exciting. I'll lean my head over and give a little hint. Some exciting news coming down the pike over here.
Oh, yes.
Plants on the wall. We're gonna have more plants on the
No,
wall.
stop being
No.
silly. I think I'm going to let that ugly guy spank me again.
Oh my God!
given it a
Drew,
lot of
the other
thought.
news. I know, no. The other news. We weren't announced that one yet.
Oh,
saving that.
yes. IMHO Live, the fall tour is happening. We have booked 3 theaters so far. 3 theaters, 4. 3, 4. And we've done flights and hotels, like everything's booked. So we're still working on the final announcement because we want to make sure we have all the cities done before we announce. But Grant will be going to all of them. So Grant will be with us at every city.
Oh my God! I can't wait to meet him.
Well, you have to do
I wonder if
the
he's
merch
as cool in
table. You have to do the
person.
merch table. And Grant,
I'm not doing.
there
fucking
will
merch
be a
now.
hard out at 10 minutes. Okay?
For what?
We're the show. When you open, we are doing, there will be a buzzer. There will be 3 different people with long hooks for hands.
People, let your voices be heard. We want Grant untethered.
No, you
I
don't.
almost said
I promise
unhinged.
you. He'll cry.
You want an unhinged, untethered. People were crying from
Not
laughter.
unheathered. Okay.
Well,
All
that's
right. Well,
exciting,
thank you.
Drew.
Thank you.
I
I
can't
know
wait.
it is. Well, you're welcome.
So exciting.
You're welcome. I'm giving you a reason to live. No big deal. Oh, well, when this episode comes out yesterday, at time of listening, yesterday was Curtis's and Max's birthdays. So happy birthday to my husband Curtis and my nephew Maxim. They have the exact same birthday. Isn't that fun?
Yep, exact same and same year. You're a criminal.
Nope.
Max is 15. 15.
He's 15.
I am gonna die. And he
That's
doesn't want his learner's
crazy.
permit. He's afraid. And I love that. He's a sweet
I got my
boy.
learner's permit at 16. I don't blame him.
Yep. And you're a great driver.
I am. Oh, actually, my Subaru did stop me from almost hitting a giant semi truck. So I just want to thank everyone at Subaru because I really was going to
Yeah.
hit it. So thank you
Thank
to
you,
Subaru.
Well, everyone, thank you. And we'll see you next week. We're not gonna leave you hanging like last week. We'll see you next week, probably.
We'll see.
COVID willing. Da 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 da.